Welcome back for another yummy update. I want to give you a very special reminder, a warning. If someone is selling you a strategy, it is because it does not work anymore. Thank you very much to Aaron, our resident friend, for making that video clip. Please, friends, I'm telling you now. Pump fun, JPEG swapping casino guides are now flooding the industry. Discord services, bots, use this Bull OX, this limit order stuff. This is how you do it when they're selling you these guys, friends. These guys, they're trying to usher you into groups. And it is only for one reason. It's because it is not winning anymore. That's why. This is the final exit liquidity move where they try to get people who are coming in to sign up for these before they go and move on. How do I know this? Well, friends, I've been in markets for a long time, but also it's the same people who did the airdrop farming guides in 2023. I want to ask you something. When was the last time you farmed some airdrops? Did we have an airdrop season in 2024? No. What happened? It went to poop. The meta moved. Do you see? So it's the same people coming and grifting out here. Why? Because they don't believe in anything. Okay, so I'm just here to warn you. These strategies, friends, and by the way, they're all going to claim the strategies do work. What they'll do is I'll pick someone out and they go, oh, it's still working for this guy. This guy's still winning. Friends, you got to remember, man. Like have you ever seen those like seminars? You walk in and they bring that one person out and they're like, oh, I did this thing and now I'm rich. Now it works for me. And everyone's like, yeah, I want to be like that guy. Come on. Use your peanut brain. Also, shout out to my friend, Mr. Evidian Hex. Hi, Sommi. Did you ever trade options? I traded them before. Brutal game those are. No, so I actually didn't. Options, I did explore them and stuff, but yeah, options, different game. You know, I'm wondering if crypto wasn't around, I might have become eventually like a long-term swinger options trader, just because it would have been more long-term and stuff out here. But don't touch options, friends. Do not absolutely touch options. Look, I just got to tell you this. If there was a segment when I saw Crypto Banter, Randy Boo, he was promoting options, I wanted to break my phone. I wanted to break my phone. I wept inside. I'm like, get it off. Get off this screen. Okay, this is literally, this hurt me inside. Friends, you want to lose a lot of money, you start trading options. Okay, it literally, you get absolutely destroyed. You know, in options, you're only trading against market makers, actually, like people who know what they're doing. That's it. There's no like retailers in these options out here. That's why Robinhood kind of changed the game. Just to tell you, there's no secret magical product out here that makes money. Trust me, I went through everything. If I'm here 18 hours a day and I went through everything and I checked all the stats, all the data, all the finance, I looked at everyone who's rich and what do they do? Long-term spot holding, okay? And it's not just they win a little bit, they literally crush it. When you're in spot, you hedge against uncertainty because you don't need the thing to go up tomorrow or next week. You can't get forced out. Okay, so look, you're more than welcome to go try the other stuff and then, you know, come back in 2028 cycle. As I mentioned for you before as well, friends, extremely important data. So 1%, less than 1% of the users who came in through Moonshot to buy Trump and Melania are doing anything else on chain. So I've got to remind you, from Trump and Melania's coin, the lightning rod moment, it got everyone's attention, yes, but 99% of those people just bought the coin, did nothing. They just actually did nothing. They're actually losing right now. They're pretty pissed off. Yeah, 1% started swapping around other stuff. Hey, what else is there? 1%, okay, of the new people who came in. So it's showing you buyer exhaustion, big time. And by the way, friends, once again, how many times I've been catching you with my Pokeball every single day? And me and you have been shooting the bears. How many times? Look, man, Trump, I think it was a top signal, man, for the chain. Like, it's just like, you had the lightning rod moment. Everyone came in. It doesn't mean it goes to zero. I'm just telling you, like, it's ripe for like a seasonal change now. I think everyone's sick of this pump fund trash. Because think about it. You had the final rush of non-believers who ignored Bitcoin in 2022 and 2023 and 2024. They ignored Ethereum. They ignored DeFi. They ignored meme coins. They literally ignored everything in crypto. They needed the president to launch a celebrity token for them to finally come in. They're like, that's how little belief they have. They're the definition of non-believers. They came in, they go, oh, the president likes this, therefore I'm in. Like, you can't be any less of a believer at that part. You can't. And that's, friends, that's exit liquidity stuff. That's exit liquidity stuff. That's why they're all getting mogged actively in real time. I'll see what happens from here. A lot of these Soylana altcoins are getting obliterated. I've reported it to you, friends. So we've seen like not just PopCat, but a lot of them, and even ones that, these hurt, man. These hurt. You even have lock-in as well, down 26%. But that's because Soylana, friends. Soylana, down 87%. Look, man, there's volatility everywhere. We know that. But all of this is because Sol ETH ratio is pretty much, it's Trump launch. By the way, what's that vertical line? That is the $2.5 billion token unlock that everyone's saying, don't worry, it's a bullish unlock. Freddie Kroiger, Wall Street guy, launched his coin and rugged up here as well. So like you finally, a Bitcoin maxi, Freddie Kroiger, Wall Street guy, he is older than Uncle Peter Schiff. He bought gold before Uncle Peter Schiff, friends. Not joking, okay? So, and it was Bitcoin maxi. He launched the coin and rugged it. So just like, hey, I like Soylana now. Like just, who else is left, man? Also wanted to show you this. So RUNE dropped 42% in a day. My gosh. And this is the total RUNE chart. This is actually from the recent swing high as well. So what's going on, friends? Remember ThorChain RUNE? I showed you there's capitulation. There's pain out there. There's capitulation. I feel for everybody in there because I don't like seeing them like that. But when it comes to RUNE, there's a lot of, because crypto banter's in it and people are worried that they're just being used for exit liquidity. And this is down 94%. I mean, like, yeah, but Hex is down 99%, so we'll take that. But however, here's the thing, friends. If you want to look at this objectively, okay, my gosh, that, oh my gosh. Yeah, it might do the whole roundy off thing. That's going to suck. If you want to look at anything, friends, you got to look at the RUNE BTC ratio. Okay, that is what, oh, wow, that sucks. Okay, see, man, because you're just going down here. See, friends, when the price is low, that's one thing. Like, when you're doing this, it's okay. Because you're like, you gotten rid of all the oversupply down here, then you can finally go up. But when you're just entering, that sucks. What you can do is, though, you can look at a super trend. And, man, that's just, yeah, it breaks my heart here. Sorry. If you're holding this, I'm very, very sorry. You just have to wait for it to round out. And then if it comes back, see this this red weekly super trend, it'll then be flipped up here. And then you can get in if you want and try and make the final burst. If it makes a recovery, by the way, it's not even worth at that point. That's a year. See, you don't know if they're gonna do that, mate. You just don't know. I feel my heart aches for RUNE because they tried to expand the chain. They tried to do like on-chain money market stuff, and now they have debt, otherwise known as debt. They have debt. They have $200 million debt to the people in there. They can't repay them. And what's happened is, friends, 30% of the nodes they're withdrawing to dump, so they're actually abandoning. That's tough, man. 30% of the nodes, man. That's rough. So like that's why a lot of people are scared, because crypto banter saying, hey, don't worry, because I saw some comments, people saying, hey, but Rand, last time he said don't worry, everything's going to be fine, to Luna it dropped like another 99%. Look, man, I've shown you right the weekly super trend. If you're going to participate, you got to let it round off and do that. But also, just be honest, man, you're getting hit now. You're getting hit in January 2025. Like, oh man, like that's why corrupt SEC with the clown nose with PulseChain. I'm glad, you know. Obviously, I don't want them to freaking do anything to us, but I'm glad, friends. See, they dumped us in August 2023, so we have literally had all this time to basically get rid of the overhang supply. Okay, so let me actually get the time. We've had 546 days, a year and a half. That's good enough, right? That's good to get rid of that. Corrupt Interpol, because you're all fat, moly, and you lactate soy milk out of your fat man titties, and you have unelected bureaucrats in Europe, and you're basically being like immigrating all these criminals to like rape all your women. No one gives a shit about European government. You're all pieces of trash. Corrupt Interpol, no one takes you seriously. Yeah, so unfortunately, you just can all move to the side. You guys have literally grandma energy. And yes, so that Interpol stuff, that's just who cares about that? We'll reverse that. It's the SEC part that we want to see a conclusion for, and it's tentative, friends. It's meant to come out any day. Could be another 60 to 90 days. Who knows? Also, just to let you know, remember, Donald Trump is elected Hester Pierce crypto mom. She's in charge of the task force for the SEC. They've got about 60 days to make a quick framework, just to be like, hey, we're working on a framework for you guys. You know, memes are okay. They could probably say memes are okay, and these are collectibles and securities. And if you're going to give out revenue, you're allowed to do it. You just got to sign this form and tell people what you're doing. They might just do something quick like that, just to at least give people confidence to know they're not doing anything illegal. Uniswap V4, as I mentioned, friends, they're going to now allow limit orders. This is thank you to Mr. RH Maxi who got this. Trade Australia, every aggregator offers limit orders. Yeah, sir, but this is on-chain limit orders. So just to let you know, aggregators, friends, their limit orders are not real limit orders. And they don't even work all the time. So what happens is, if the price goes below the point, it then activates to hit market. Okay, so it's not an actual limit order. So basically, let's say your limit order is at $5. If the price goes to $4.80, you execute and hit market up to $5. That's what it does. But if it wicks down to $4.80 and comes back to $5.10 in one slap, you're not actually filled. Okay, it has to go there and for you to be able to hit. And also, there's a problem with filling the orders as well. If you put a $10 million limit order buy, people can trade through it. It will only hit if you can fill the full $10 million. That's another thing. Maybe they've changed with DEX aggregators to do it partials. But yeah, on-chain limit orders is different. So when actually somebody trades, they trade into you. So it's more synchronous and fluid and stuff out here. Now, you might say, oh, wow, they're cool features. Friends, I'm just telling you, man, this is not what you want to see. You're not early anymore. This is like, oh, no, we're becoming more liquid, more like there's less erraticness and stuff out here. Just showing you crypto, it's progressing. It's good that you get the features, but yeah, you want to see the whole slap market, 100x up. That's early days, but you're not going to get that anymore. You have to deal with this. Now, as I showed you before, right, PulseChain, PLS, still grinding along the wedge, fence. We still love and believe in all the altcoins on all the PulseChain ecosystem. We have PTGC that's ripped through all-time highs. We have pDAI here, friends. Now, obviously, look, obviously begging for a pegging. Now, I've got to clarify, I've told you this many, many times. The reason why during these times, I only talk about, okay, to show you the speeds of the chain. Pulse is a speed, it's layer one chain. And by the way, Ethereum is cheap as well, so Pulse is Ethereum like that. That's one thing. That's like the core for everything, all ecosystem, everything's bonded with Pulse, yeah? That's the health of it. And pDAI is the spear of the altcoins. Okay, pDAI is the magical unicorn, the runner. It ran first. Now you also have PTGC that's also running and breaking new highs as well, which is amazing to see. But you understand, like, we know, Richard, you have the origin address, got 55% of the pDAI and stuff. Well, that's what it comes down to. It doesn't mean this is necessarily the best or it's going to do the highest return or anything. It doesn't necessarily mean that. It's just that during these times when there's red candles, these are the things we watch. You know, so even if you put it onto like down to a 3-day chart, if pDAI can eventually, like, you know, start to go up here, or it's like go time for the rest of the altcoins and everything out here. Because I know, man, you pretty much, if you're in here, you've probably allocated to all the altcoins already. So everyone wants that final flush so they can start throwing the G stack. You know, everyone's worried as well. Is the cycle going to repeat? Days go by and still I think of you. Days when I could live my life without you. Now, when you're looking at cycles, it's magic on the way down and then it's magic on the way up. What always baffles me is whenever the magic on the way down comes, and it is magic, but it's pain and torment, torture. Everyone loses hope that the magic on the way up is going to come. Okay, it's part of just our humans, or our DNA. It's like when we get punished, we're like, why, God? Why do thy forsaken me? Right? Isn't it interesting? So when you get punished in life, I've noticed it happens as well. Like, let's say if you get cursed, a lot of bad things happen. We always say, why? Why, God? Why have you forsaken? Why? That's what, you know, our instinct is. But we never say, don't worry, God, I know things are going to turn around in 2 seconds. No one ever says that. Even though it's all a cycle. No one ever thinks that. Our default state is like, this is so bad. It's so bad. Oh my gosh, it's getting better. That's what happens, like, you know, 3 months later, metaphorically. Yeah, but it's kind of funny. It's the same thing in market cycles. When we go down, but in life, that's the default state. It's just when we have charts, we can actually track it. And we're like, oh, remember when you were up and down, up and down? If you had a journal entry and you tracked, hey, how happy I am, and you just marked it in the year, I'm sure there'd be a cycle. Like every day is a 5. You know, some parts of the year, there's like 8s and 9s and 10s, you know. You go up with the boys, oh, that's a 10 out of 10. Yeah, and then, like, you know, some days, oh, I'm feeling sick, you know, that's a 2. And if you sketched it out, you probably have 5 most of the time. You got like the 8s and 9s, you got the 10s. And if you tracked it over time, you probably see this cycle. You know, but we don't track it. But with market cycles, we do. This is my video, friends, from literally the bear market low, like the actual bear market low. Buy in the depression. Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins. Wow, I mean, this is literally Twitter video. Literally. A long time ago, I started making videos telling everyone the bear market was over. Look at it, Bitcoin, 16,900. It goes right here. Now, why did I make this video? I made many videos around this saying it's over. I was actually saying it's over as in the bear market's over. This one compelled me. Why? Because this one, I believe, was I just saw the guy on Joe Rogan call for negative prices. Okay, yeah, actually it is. It is $16,900. He went on Joe Rogan. He goes, Bitcoin's fair value is negative prices. And I was like, that's it. I'm calling the bottom. Oh, man. Actually, I was literally on these days calling the bottom. But this is like, okay, we're actually going to go up from now. I'm just telling you, like, even in these darkest times, it looks like there's no hope. These cycles work. Now, they always work for people not in the game. That's why it's hard to, it's rare to find this talent, right? Because if you know about the game, you're playing the game. Yeah, and you know they go up over time. So you have to be cautiously, optimistically long. But it's very hard. So like if you really, really believe in the game, you got a big amount of your stack in and then your emotions start getting hit. But if you have a tiny 1% of your stack in, you're like, well, it's going to go up. You can do that, but you don't really feel anything. You don't really care. You're like, if it goes to zero, I've only lost 1 or 2% on my portfolio. Yeah. But everybody else all in, we watch it like a hawk. The disbelief pumps happened right after this, friends. $16,900 Bitcoin price. But remember, friends, it's not over yet. So this is this is the beginning of the bear market going all the way to the end. And remember, even though I'm confident of these, I don't go and do turbo leverage. We don't go do any of that, okay? Because you just don't know. You know what I mean? You just don't know. Like, what if you're correct in 30 days from now, but not correct today, and it has another leg lower? You know what I mean? Like, you always have this respect that the PTSD can always come back and basically remind you why you shouldn't have done that. So the whole point of me showing you that, it's not to tell you that, look at me, I caught up. There's no glory in this, friends. Who gives a shit? Okay, it's not about that. Okay, I'm just telling you, cycles work. And I've shown you a screenshot of when everyone thought it was over. And I'm like, the cycle says we should go up now. I'm seeing people calling for negative prices. We're now due for you cycle repeating. Let's cross our fingers and see what happens. And guess what? They started going up. It started going up and then happening throughout 2023. It was hope and disbelief rinsing. 2024, the Bitcoin halving year, where everybody got this, like, you know, this optimism, like that high numbers are possible, but we didn't quite get there. And now here's the big year where the big mania is meant to begin. If you would like a little bit of like confidence as well, look at the net inflows to Ethereum in the past 7 days. And actually it lost from Arbitrum. Okay, look at this. Soylana only had a tiny bit. Net inflows to Ethereum. Big. So this is over $1 billion. That's big. So the Donald Trump celebrity token hype, okay, happened on Soylana chain. And then the next 2 weeks, the net inflows to Ethereum, billions of dollars are going in. How's that happen? It only happens if that was a top signal. So it's not the top or anything. I'm just telling you, it's warning. It's like, the big news event is so big, this is meant to start accelerating inflows. Why hasn't it? In fact, why did the chain that Ethereum, that Soylana was beating, Ethereum, why did the chain that it was beating start getting $1 billion of inflows after it happened? Because we've finally exhausted a lot of the non-believers. A lot of the excess buying, the buyer exhaustion is finally here. Also, Donald Pump owns $300 million of ETH. Swim with the whales. That's what it comes down to. You already know it by now. Looking at all the core coins and Ethereum fans, we need Ethereum. It's all about ETH now. We're like, we need Ethereum. You must go up. ETH is the final key missing piece. We had the lightning rod moment. Everyone's talking about meme coins and altcoins. Everyone fired up a wallet. They're watching now. It's all coming down to ETH. ETH in February, friends, is a plus 30% move. It's kind of funny. So somehow, by the end of this month, ETH has got to finish up here. There you go. That would be 4,100. So somehow, Ethereum is going to go pop. That's plus 30%. And then its average March is also plus 30%, which is up here. So then it's got to do that. Pop, 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 bang. There you go. It's got to literally do this. That would be repeating 2017 cycle and doing its average return. That would be phenomenal if it did something like that. And phenomenal, but that's 4-year cycle stuff. And if we get this, finally, that is ETH clearing the all-time highs. And if 2017 repeats, March, April, May, June, that's the cycle stuff. Remember, March, we've got a blood moon. There might be the final jeepness of people just shattering out. We don't know how affected everyone's going to be. Depends where you're coming from relatively. Yeah, so that would be, that's what we're waiting for. So, but yeah, look, let's talk about contingencies. Okay, Sommi, what if it doesn't happen? I don't know. Just keep holding. Keep holding. Like, here's the thing, man. Like, I've listened to a lot of Warren Buffett. Okay, I've literally almost, I've read every single word he said, listened to everything, hours and hours and hours of interviews. Like, I studied the guy, like, because before crypto, before I knew about crypto, not once did I hear him say, oh yeah, I try to time it. Not once. Not once. And I remember he would even sometimes he would speak about after the stock market had been running up for many years, he would read these FUD articles where they're like, oh, the stock market's overvalued. It's really overvalued. It's due for a crash now. And I remember he just like has these like recollection thoughts for the past 30, 40 years. He's like, man, he goes, so many times people would do that and it was like not the end. And he goes, I even thought it was maybe a bit, this was going to slow down. And like, no, I just kept going. He goes, so many times I've just been trained just to hold forever. And then like you develop this like, this insight like, oh, one of the richest guys on earth literally just like buying Ponzi stocks and all of them, everyone talks like this. It is what it is, friends. Like, okay, market's cheap, I hold. Yeah, and you know, there's always people's doubt. They go, what if it's cheap for a very, very, very long time? Okay, I keep holding for a very, very, very long time. That's it. When do you get out? When it's overvalued. You know, that's obviously the trick part. What's overvalued in stocks, that's a different game. But hopefully for us, we get to see stuff, man. Like, I mean, look what happened with Trump and Soylana running up for 12 months. Maybe we get that, man. Maybe we run up for 12 months too, friends. Also, don't forget Sommi's meme coin Super Bowl prophecy. Okay, just in case. Just in case. Maybe some meme makes it into the Super Bowl in exactly 12 months from now, Feb 2026. And it's like the final burst, but like they can't make new highs and then it's all over. You know, just think it. You plan this stuff out just in case they happen, right? Just in case they happen. So if you're not, here's the funny thing, friends, no one in Soylana is looking for a top at all. Trump launches the coin and they're like, oh, we're just getting started because they're looking for Soylana to flip Ethereum. Yeah. Like their mindset's completely wrong. But like, here's the thing. Maybe they're right, but you've been running up for 13 months in a row. So it is subjective. It is just that, look at your odds, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know the future, but you got to hedge yourself a bit. What if it doesn't flip Ethereum this cycle? What if Soylana doesn't flip ETH? What if the right move to do now was to have some ETH exposure? Okay, so you just say sell half your position into ETH or sell 30%. Just hedge yourself. You don't have to go all in into ETH. Don't sell everything. Okay, do what you want. But so when I say that, friend, that's you're looking at the Sol ETH ratio. That's what it is. That's what pretty much what I'm saying. But you've had literally 14 months running up, man. You ran up for 14 months against Ethereum, the mothership altcoin. This is not just, oh, you ran up 14 months against some other poop coin, bro. It's literally Ethereum. You ran up 14 months against ETH as an altcoin, man. That's, you know, you've learned a lot today. That's a yummy update. Like, subscribe. Catch you soon.